everyone, and welcome back to Down the Hobbit Hole. Today is November the 28th, 2017, and this is episode 29 of my podcast about knitting, spinning, and all things making. So thank you for joining me today. Today, before we get started, I do want to talk about the 100 subscriber giveaway that we have going on right now. So that is going on in our Ravelry group. And if you want to find us online, you can find the Ravelry group online. Search under the groups tab for Down the Hobbit Hole, or you can check the links down below. Everything will be there. You can find me on Ravelry as MistyMountMakers, and you can find me on Instagram as MistyMountainMakers. And if you need to email me for any reason, you can email me at emily@MistyMountainMakers.com. But anyways, 100 subscriber giveaway. It's going on in the Ravelry group right now. And basically all you have to do is go in there and say what you're knitting this fall, or what you would like to knit this fall, or what you've already knit this fall. And it's been really fun seeing everything everybody's posting. They've got pictures of things they've been working on and links to really fun patterns. So I've been finding a lot of things that I've been adding to my favorites and to my wish list. So definitely check it out. I'll close the thread when I go to record the next episode. So it'll be the first one in December. So I'm not sure when that's going to be. I'm I think just about 15 weeks pregnant. So the schedule's been a little off, not quite weekly anymore. But don't wait. Just go ahead and, pause the video, head on over there. It only takes a minute to enter, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. So that's really all you have to do. Just wait. Subscribe to the channel, post in the thread, and be a member of the group. So it only takes a moment, so head on over and do that if you haven't already, and we'll get a winner in December. And the winner will receive this beautiful project bag from beautiful Syster. Here's their tag. And this is the Hillary bag. And it comes with this awesome swiveling handle. Ooh. And it's got a nice, tough, contrasting bottom. Really bright zipper, a fun lining. Oh. And a nice pocket for your notions. And I will also be including a skein of my Mount Doom colorway. And this is on my elfin base. So, it's just a nice, rich fall colorway. I thought it would be perfect for this time of year. So, head on over and enter. And I'm going to struggle with my label for a second. And then get this put back in the bag. There you go. You'll get the pair of these. And that'll be announced first episode of December. Speaking of December, my birthday is in December, and Tim likes to tease me and say that I don't have a birthday, I have a birth season, since I spend the entire month telling him that it's my birthday, and basically the whole week just around my birthday. Ooh, can't do that, it's my birthday. Ooh, we have to do this, it's my birthday. Even though it may not even be my birthday yet. So, in honor of my birth season, we are going to have a sale all through December. So, yay. And that'll be for MistyMountMakers.com, where you can find all my yarn and fiber. Everything will be 15% off. So, I'll be posting that December the 1st. So, if you're not following us on Instagram, head over there and check it out. There will be a coupon code and everything posted that day. So, yeah. Keep an eye out if you're in the need, or if you need yarn. Alright, on to knitting. I haven't been doing a lot of knitting. Honestly, I haven't been feeling very well. My voice keeps breaking, and I've been taking a lot of naps. I think it's like 2 p.m. here, and I've already taken 2 naps today. Not sure what's going on. I've also been eating like crazy, so there's just there's no time. There's no time to knit, and very little motivation. But in the past few days, you know, I go to take my pup out in the morning, Tesla, and just pretty much all of the trees have lost their leaves, and the ground is just covered in frost, and it's gorgeous, and I love it. And I mean, I don't want to be outside in it, but it makes me want to go inside, curl up with my knitting, light a ton of candles, and just not do anything. So I have been knitting again the past few days, which is part of why I was I'd been meaning to record, but I didn't have anything to show you guys. So, and I don't have a lot today, but I should have more next time I record. But I do have a lot of fun fiber stuff to tell you guys about, and acquisitions. So, yeah. One of the things I've been working on lately, and you guys have seen this quite a few times, so luckily I'm happy to say I'm just about finished, but it's living in my, oh, look at it, Little Fish Stitches bag. There's her logo, and this is the Christmas bag I got. We did a swap. I sent her Christmas yarn, and she sent me a Christmas bag. Oop. Oh, and it's got a drawstring. It's perfect. This has my Afterthought Everything socks made out of my trash sock blank. Not trash. It's my mop-up rag that I use. I knit up a sock blank and use it to mop up any loose dye on the table, or if I need to clean off a spoon or wipe out a measuring cup, or if the dye won't exhaust, I might toss an end of the sock blank in there to absorb any excess dye, and then I just steam it in the end, or toss it into a pot, depends on my mood. But I want both sides to be level. Both sides to be level. So I just got a few rows left, and I'll start the ribbing. So hopefully next time I record, this will be one solid tube, or I should have two cuffs and have it split so I can start putting in heels. So I'll be really, really glad to have this finished. I'm not sure if this method is the best for me. I really liked it at first. I think the tiny needles, I think if I did this magic loop it might be faster, which I did not expect, but my hands do cramp up a little bit with these 9-inch Haya-Hayas. It's not that they're Haya-Hayas, it's just the fact that they're 9-inch. I'm a big fan of Haya-Hayas for my sock needles. I haven't tried many others, but I know I've tried Knit Picks, not a big fan. I like just the Haya-Haya steels. The sharps tend to damage my dainty fingers, so. But I haven't decided on the contrasting color yet. I'm thinking about, I need to get some mini skeins. I've got a couple projects I want to do with mini skeins, but I don't have any yet, so I'm going to have to keep an eye out. If you know of a good shop that has mini skeins or anything like that, post them down below. Please let me know. Or if you're interested, I've got some sock yarn, so if anybody wants to do a swap, I could probably make up some mini skeins to swap with you. Wouldn't necessarily be all MistyMountMakers. Probably be some Cascade and whatever else I have in my stash, but if anybody wants to do a mini swap, let me know, please. But yeah, hopefully I'll be on to heels and toes soon. I'm leaning towards a nice dark teal, because I have some in my stash already, but we'll see. I'm not sure. I have some knitting that I can't actually show you, but it's living. There we go. It's living in my bag. Ah, it's so beautiful. This is my bag from Beautiful Syster, and this is their Heather bag. So they've got the Hillary bag and the Heather bag, and this one just kind of sits on your arm. And they very kindly sent this to me when they sent the bag for the giveaway, so thank you, ladies. I really, really appreciate it. And it's so beautiful. I love carrying it around. But yeah, it feels, even though the colors don't seem very festive, with how frosty it is outside, it feels like it's almost a Christmas bag. But it'll still work for me in spring and summer, so very happy with it. But the reason I can't show this is because I am doing a secret swap over in, it's in the Tiny Owl Knits group. So I don't know if you've been to that group. It's for, Stephanie Dozen is the designer behind Tiny Owl Knits, and she makes all of these really whimsical knits, and they're so cute, and I love all the stuff she has, and I've been in her group forever. And I saw they were doing, they call it the TOK, Tiny Owl Knits, Must Swap. So we just call it the Talk Must Swap. And on the, I can't remember if it's the 15th or the 16th, we're all going to get online and open our packages then, so you have to get them out. So, so that your partner receives it before that date, so you can kind of have your package. And I actually already received a pattern from my swap partner. They sent me the new Hedwig pattern, which is this gigantic white shawl that has a snowy owl on it. So you've got the wings spread all the way out, and you've got the face right in the center. So when you wear it, you've got Hedwig's face just right here. And it's so beautiful, and it's probably a little heavy for Tennessee. I know Daniela of Caffeinated Crafting, if you haven't seen her podcast, you should definitely check it out. But she just finished one. I saw it on Instagram, and she said it's a bit warm, but I really want to knit it. It looks so beautiful and comfy. I toyed with the idea of double knitting it so that I had like a snowy owl on one side and then a reverse on the opposite, but I think that's going to be way too warm. I'd have to live in like Alaska or something, I'm not sure, but it's definitely not suitable for Tennessee. We get maybe 2 snows a year, and we're lucky if they stick for more than a day or two, so. But yes, so secret knitting, living in my beautiful Syster bag. So I have been doing more than what I'm showing you, I just can't show you. I finished the leg on another pair of tiny pants. Oh my gosh. I'm not sure I've got the steam to keep working on these, but they're so cute and I love them. And both pairs that I've made so far are blue, so we find out the gender on the 6th, hopefully, if the baby cooperates. I had a friend whose baby was just refusing to show anything. They finally found out it was a boy, but, we'll see. Hopefully we'll know soon. But all I have left is weaving in the ends and Kitchenering this little hole. And this is a pattern by Megan Goodacre, and it's free online, and it's really quick. So if you have a baby shower coming up and you need a last minute gift, totally make these adorable tiny pants. I was using size 5 and size 7 needles because I don't think I had quite the right needles on hand, but I figured it's just a bum cover, so can't be that far off. It's really stretchy. But I forgot to change after the ribbing, so I made the whole thing in size 5s. So hopefully that'll be okay. I think the pattern is sized, like it starts at 3 months. They have like a 3-month and a 6-month size. So I think I should be okay and just be able to put these on earlier. But they're so cute. I'm sure they'll be able to wear them at some point, even if they do outgrow them really fast. So, and then I haven't been working on my brioche much. I did pull out my snowfall sweater, but I haven't started knitting it. I've just been kind of putting my knitting projects in front of me so that I can grab one when I'm feeling motivated. So I've been working out a little bit. We drove down to Florida a week ago-ish. My brother has a little girl who, she's 1 now, and she's the most adorable thing ever. She's so cute. But she outgrew, like, her bouncer, those little swings to help them fall asleep, this adorable little rocking chair that you harness them into, and a bassinet, a couple of other things. So we drove down with Tesla to do that, and we passing through Georgia, we saw a ton of cotton. It was really cool. They have cotton fields everywhere, which I did not know. And you see the cotton trucks going by. And so I'll insert a picture. I took videos as well showing that. So that'll either be here, or maybe I'll cut it in, maybe I'll put it at the end. There'll be cotton videos somewhere. But through that entire drive, I think I knit like 2 stitches, if that. And we were in the car. We took a wrong turn, and we wound up being in the car for, I think, about 12 hours down, and then, or maybe 14 hours down, I can't remember, and then 11 hours back. So I still wound up not knitting anything. But the cotton was so cool, and Tim actually, as the trucks are going by, so if you've seen the round bales of hay, that's what they do with cotton, but they wrap it in yellow, but the big round sides are open. So as they drive down the road, you see these little tufts of cotton blowing by, and the sides of the road are just lined with cotton. So Tim insisted that we pull over, and this was actually where we took a wrong turn. So it worked out really well for me. I think Tim was still pretty disappointed, but he pulled over, and I picked up some road cotton, just that was lying on the side of the road. I didn't go and like reach through anyone's fence. I've heard of people doing that, and really I don't think that's okay. But the stuff that's blown off the truck, that's just debris on the side of the road, seemed okay. So I collected a bunch of that and pulled out the seeds. And someone had told me before that growing cotton, like you have to get permission to grow cotton in the state of Tennessee, which I was kind of offended by, and I didn't understand why that would be, and I looked it up. Kind of got us off track here from knitting, but that's okay. I'm going to tell you about this real quick and we'll get back on track. If you look it up, the UT extension has a PDF that tells you about the Boll Weevil and why it is required for you to register and apply to grow cotton in a garden at home. And I'm going to read from that pamphlet. So the Boll Weevil is this little bug, and it's been eradicated like north of Texas. And so they don't have any anywhere. And the fear is, right now, farmers are using less, they're using 40 to 90% less insecticide on their plants because they don't have to worry about the boll weevil. But if a single male and a single female get introduced in Tennessee, or like to in an area where there are no boll weevils, they can produce more than 20 million offspring in a growing season. So, yeah, it sounds like, oh, they're being unreasonable, but if the boll weevils actually do show up, a whole lot of insecticides are going to have to be used, and I think it costs like $15 billion in damages. Oh, in yield loss and control measures over the past 125 years. So that's a long time, but still, that's a lot of money. So, but it's kind of cool because they'll get inside of the cotton boll and they lay their eggs, and within 20 days, those eggs have hatched, become mature adults, and they move on to start laying their own eggs. And they can do that 4 times. They can do that 4 times within a growing season. So yeah, that's a huge amount of growth for them in 1 year's growing season. So I am actually going to go and I was thinking about planting the seeds that I got, but I'm actually going to go down to UT Extension and actually try to get a permit to grow them, which they say they allow permits for educational purposes, and I would want to do something where I'm showing you guys on the podcast the process as I'm growing the cotton, and show the guild, the spinning guild I'm a part of. Maybe have them come out, check out the cotton, pick some themselves, and spin it. So I think that'd be fun. But we'll have to see if I get approval. But it says authorizations may be given if a substantial public educational purpose exists. If authorized, the gardeners will be required to allow a pheromone trap to be placed near the location, must allow access to the garden during the growing season, and must destroy stalks after harvest. Additionally, the cotton plants may have to be destroyed mid-season if weevils are found. So, yeah. I don't much like the idea of someone coming onto my property and checking out these plants, but at the same time, I understand why they're being so fussy about regulating cotton growing. So I thought I'd let you guys know, because I didn't know it was kind of that big of a deal. So, yeah. The more you know. Ooh, I finished a baby sweater. Okay, hang on. I'll be right back. Okay. So I've mentioned this a couple times before, but I have a friend. Her name's Anna, and she is also pregnant at the moment, and she is due in March of next year, and I am due in May. So I made her a baby sweater, and I had originally made her, this was, I think, last year. I made her a pair of yoga socks that were a nice deep red with a red stag cable going up the top of the foot. And she really likes those, and she's very proud of her Scottish heritage, so that's why I made those for her. And so I surprised her with this teeny tiny little baby sweater. And for this, I used the Strange Brew pattern by Tin Can Knits, and I had to make a lot of changes. So I added the cable up the front, and I had to kind of work out raglan decreases, but it's teeny tiny, and it's sized for their little boy to wear for his first winter. So I hope they like it. I feel like my head's really big now. I really hope they like, or she does like it. I showed it to her, but I hope it fits well, because I made a lot of changes to this, and I hope it works out. From the size of it, I think it will, but oh my gosh, it's so cute and tiny. So yeah, I did do some knitting, aside from the tiny amounts that I've been doing since things have gotten cold here. So, I guess that leads us to acquisitions. So I mentioned already that I got Hedwig from my secret swap partner. Still don't know who my swap partner is, but thank you so much if you're watching this. I'm not sure. I haven't opened the pattern yet, but I'm debating. Do I get the yarn ready and cast on the day of the Talkmas reveal? It's much easier when you're typing it rather than saying it. But do I open the pattern now, get everything ready, and read through it now so that I can cast on the big day? Or do I wait to open the pattern until I have my package? I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I'm thinking about it. I'm not sure that I'm ready to cast on that project yet. So I might have to wait until January. And that might be my like new knitting thing. Because at the start of the year, I want to pick something I haven't done with knitting and do it. That'll be my like micro resolution, is learn something new with knitting. So that should count because I haven't done a lot of color work. And I think I do. I know I want to make a color work baby sweater and a couple of other color work things. So I think that's going to be my 2018 knitting goal. I'll see. We had a de-stash day at the guild. Let's see, that was for our November meeting. And one of the things that was there was handspun. A woman, her name's Patty Cooper, she had a ton of handspun that she put out on the table, on the free table, just for anybody to grab up. So I did. And it's gorgeous. Oh my gosh. And yeah, that's pretty accurate. These three go together, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do with them. I'm not sure if they're going to be for the baby or if they're going to be for me. We'll have to kind of see if I'm having a boy or a girl. But I thought if it's a girl, I can use this to make, I was thinking I might weave a blanket for the baby. Not sure yet what I'm going to do. They're all about 4 ounces each, and around 150, 160 yards. So I've got plenty here to make something nice with them. We'll just have to see what I end up making. And then I got these three. Now, if you guys hear weird rumblings, that's my stomach, and I'm sorry. I had this massive spinach, cucumber, avocado, and tomato sandwich on some bread that I made this morning. Oh my gosh, it's amazing. And that bread recipe is amazing too. It's really, really quick. It's like 90 minutes to the finish of the loaf of bread. So, and I think you only have to knead it 50 times if you have a mixer. So I'll link that down below too in case anybody wants to make some homemade bread really easily. But I got these, and I'm not sure, I think that I could use them all together in a project. I'm just not sure, because the yellow has lots of that green in it that this one has, and this has the same teal as this one. So I might be able to make it work, but I might use them separately. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I'd use them for the baby because they're a little, I know people sometimes just say rustic, but they're a little bit scratchy. They're beautifully spun. It's beautiful yarn, and I can totally wear this. I'm just not sure about a baby wearing this one. So here's her label, and I'm not sure. It says naturally dyed, but I don't think this is all naturally dyed. It might be. I am not that skilled with natural dyeing, but I don't think that this is, I don't think this is naturally dyed. But it's really pretty, really nice. It's Cotswold and Merino, this blend. So that's why I'm thinking the Cotswold maybe isn't the best for a baby. But this one is just a mixed wool. So it's not super scratchy at all. So yeah, this one would be fine. It would also make a really cute sweater. So I love these three. So yes, I went a little crazy, kind of stocked up on yarn, and it will all go to very good use. Alright, and I went to Hook and Needle, and Christy said there's a woman who comes in and she buys baby yarn, and then she goes home, she makes hats, and she brings the hats back to Christy, and just gives her the hats to give away to, you know, just whatever mothers are, or expectant mothers are kind of in the area. So Christy let me take my pick, and I got 4 of them out of, and it was a very large bag, so I don't feel bad about taking 4. But some of them, if it turns out we're having a boy, I'll probably take back, so that someone who has a girl will have the option of taking those hats. But, oh my gosh, they're so cute. This one's a little cupcake. It's got a little cherry on top. Ah! I love it. I think it's so cute. And it's super soft, too. So, really nice. And this is just kind of how she stays busy. So I think that's really sweet. There's this one, which has the little loops on top. And a little bow. And it's like a really light tan cream color and pink striped back and forth. There's this one, which is green and pink with a little flower on top and a little rolled hem, and another cupcake with a little flower on top. So I'm excited. I love the little hats. They're so cute. We've been slowly building up things for the baby. Mostly it's hats. And what was the other thing? Oh, tiny pants. Hats and tiny pants. I have a little dinosaur onesie that I bought before we were even pregnant because I thought it was so cute, and it was like $4 at the grocery store, or the supermarket that we have. It was on sale, so I snagged it. I also got a box from a girl I was roommates with back in Florida before I moved in with Tim. And she sent it to Hook and Needle. So I was on my way to Florida when they called, and they were like, so we started opening a package. We didn't read the label very well. We didn't see that it was addressed to you. So you have a package here. And I was like, oh, well, sorry. They didn't care. Yeah, it was from this girl. I used to know, Katie, and it was really sweet. And yeah, it was full of stuff, including stuff for the baby. And it was really well put together. So there was like little bottles of vodka for Tim for celebratory shots and things like that. And yeah, there were things for me. Scented candles, which I haven't been spending money on, but I've been really wanting. So, like, these are from last year. So, or I think I've had these for a few years. But, yeah. So now I have really nice woodsy candles that I've been burning. And there's a little baby blanket that her grandmother made a while back. So, that's nice. Oop. Yeah, so I like it. I'm really excited. Thank you, Katie. We hadn't talked in a really long time, so it was kind of cool getting that package. And there was a book about a panda trying to give out donuts, but everybody was too rude, so he wouldn't give them any donuts until a lemur came along who was super polite, and he got all of them. So, good for the lemur. Manners getteth the donuts. Yeah, so that was a very nice surprise. Made me really happy. I was at the store and I picked up a book for the baby, and another one for my friend Anna because she loves Downton Abbey. But look at this! It's Downton Abbey, and they're all knitted mice that they're celebrating Cheesemas, and they all have cheese names, and it is just the most adorable book. Here we go. Just to give you an idea. Lady Mozzarella. Just, oh my gosh, it's so cute. So, yes, I picked this up, and I need to find the knitting patterns for this. I haven't actually looked yet, but I want to have at least one little knitted mouse that looks like the ones in the book, so that while I'm reading the story, they can squeeze and cuddle the little mouse from the story. So that's the plan. I can probably find these patterns online. I just need to look, and I haven't looked yet. But all the pictures in the background, it's illustrated, and like the little mice are photoshopped in. So I really like it. It's so adorable. And I don't know if there are more in the series. I'll have to look for that. I don't think it'll be easy for a small child to read on their own because there's so much going on behind the words. But there's definitely a lot for the baby to look at, and for a younger kid to look at going on the page. So I think it'll be good. One thing I did find out this past week, I told you guys I haven't been knitting, and I haven't really been watching any podcasts either. So I had a friend message me on Facebook, and she said, oh, hey, I saw your yarn on Stranded. So, that was cool. And I was like, what? What are you talking about? And she's like, yeah, someone sent your Christmas yarn over to Amy of Stranded. And I was like, oh my gosh. So I flapped around for a while and freaked out because I love Amy's podcast. It's Stranded Podcast, if you haven't already seen it, and I will link to it down below. But, her friend Irene, I guess, was at Fiber in the Burrow when I was there. And that was at the end of October, and she picked up my Christmas colorway, Christmas Cheer. So that was really exciting. She was showing it on the podcast, and I just about died. I was so excited. So thank you, Irene, for sending that, and thank you, Amy, for showing it off. I was very excited, and Tim was, I don't know, I felt really pleased being able to show that to Tim, because it made me feel, I don't know, just excited about my stuff being on Stranded. So so that was really cool. And I will be having more Christmas cheer up in the shop later this week. I'm actually working on it, so we should have more of those skeins available shortly, so keep an eye out for it. I'll let you guys know on Instagram as well, probably around the same time as the sale. So, yeah, keep an eye out. So I think that's everything that I had to talk about. So, yeah, I need to stop saying that. I feel like I've ended everything with "so yeah" this episode, which I've done in other episodes, but I think it's been a little while since I recorded, so I'm a little out of practice, which happens. So, don't forget to head over to the Ravelry group so you can enter for a chance to win this gorgeous bag and the skein of Mount Doom yarn that's inside. It's on my Elven base, which I did not mention earlier, is fingering weight. It's fingering weight. It's 75% superwash merino, 15% nylon, 10% tencel, and it's 433 yards. So it's a really nice, squishy yarn. And all you have to do is be subscribed to the channel, join the Ravelry group, and just tell me what you're knitting or what you have been knitting this fall. So definitely head over and do that. We'll be drawing for the winner whenever I record next in December. And yeah, I think that's everything we've got today. So I hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving if you're in the States, and I hope you have a great week going forward. So I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Bye, guys.